Hello my friends, it's Cami from the blog and channel Tidbits and Company. I'm doing kind of an impromptu video today. I wasn't planning on sharing any Christmas decor until my home tour video, but I did a really small reel on Instagram sharing a glimpse of this mantle and what I was working on, and I got so many questions like, where'd you get the garland, the stockings, the ribbon, the art on our frame TV? How did I hang it? How does it look so realistic? So anyway, I thought it merited a quick YouTube video to share with you. So I'm actually going to deconstruct this mantle and then put it back together so you guys can see my entire process of how I made this beautiful little garland swoop, where everything came from, and I will be linking all the sources below in the description for you. And also I'll try to get a blog post out with photos and sources as well. So let me take it apart. I hope I can put it back together as good as I did it the first time, or maybe even better. So I'll take it apart, share with you how I did it. But I can't guarantee like this is gonna be the final result. I may like even add some things before I do my Christmas home tour. I thought about putting some dried oranges, like a dried orange garland on the greenery, but I don't know, maybe I'll just leave well enough alone and let it be as it is. We shall see. All right, I'm gonna take it apart and put it back together for you. Okay, I'm gonna leave these stockings here. What I've done is probably not the best idea, but I just use a thumbtack and put a little hole in our mantle. I should probably repaint this at some point, but I like to just hang the stockings that way. I cluster them together. You can see right here this nail. I tried using command strips, and the garland kept falling off, and I know this was user error because I didn't clean this down with alcohol like they recommend, and I was too impatient, and I put my garland up there before an hour went by. So it kept falling off, and then my husband just said, let's just put a nail in. So he came and nailed these nails in for us to hang the garland. So yeah, there's some permanent damage here, but a tiny little hole is probably not gonna bother me. So that's what I did to prep to hang the garland. So as far as the stockings, on this side I grouped 4 of them. On the other side, I just grouped 2. So it's kind of like mom and dad and the kids. But these are the linen stockings, pure linen stockings, inside and out, that I have in my Tidbits & Co. shop. We're almost out of them actually, and my mother-in-law and sister-in-law cannot sew anymore this year, so that's sad, but if you love these, go and grab what I have. So we have these quilted ones. They're my favorite, they're so beautiful. But also I hung one of the non-quilted, also very beautiful. If you can tell, there's this like sewn in cuff, which I just find so simple and beautiful for the linen design. So we have actually more of these plain ones left over than the quilted. So you can still snag those, but these are the red color. My color scheme this year is a bit of this like honey gold, and then this burgundy red, and of course the greenery. So I thought it was really fun to just group all of the same color stockings here, and then just work the other colors in with the greenery and small accents. And over here is just the 2 quilted ones. I actually hung the stockings after I played around with the greenery, but it's a good idea if you're having it behind the garland to put the stockings up first. So I would recommend that, and I'll continue from here. All right, I need to answer the questions I got inundated with about this garland. You guys, I have always been like a major proponent of real cedar garland. I love it. But this year I broke down and bought faux. And you know what? I'm like wondering why in the world I dug my heels so long. Number one, it was always so expensive, but by the time you're buying real cedar garland every single year, that adds up too. And it just gets really dry and crispy and looks a little lifeless, especially since I decorate early to be able to put stuff on my blog and channel. So this garland, as you can see, is more of the realistic kind. It's so beautiful. It's even got, really like this part, like these little sticks that poke out. So it looks very realistic. It's not that full though. Like it's not super bushy. That's why I have layered up. I think I got 6 in total. So what ended up happening was I went to a garden store here in my area. It's called Anderson Seed and Garden if you're local to me. And I saw it and I thought, you know what, of all the fake garlands I've seen, this is super realistic. So I don't know if I can link you guys out to this exact one, but I have found some online that I think are like it or similar. So the thing is, these were only like $35 at the store, and the ones online I'm seeing are quite a bit more. So check your craft stores, check your garden stores. It's really helpful to be able to see the garland in person. But I'm gonna head back to the store and see if I can actually find the brand and find it online. Otherwise, the best I can do is link you guys to something similar. So they're not very full, but very realistic looking. And since they were more on the affordable side, I mean, normally realistic garland's like 60, 70 bucks. So I bought 6 of them thinking, even if I don't need all of them for the mantle, I can sprinkle them around the house. But I ended up really liking the full look of 6 of them on the mantle. So this is like a lifetime investment, and I'm really, really happy with it and glad I just took the plunge and did it this year. So let me show you how I hang them up. Okay, I want kind of an asymmetrical swoop here. So I take the looped end and just use my sturdy little nail there that's not going anywhere, and start the first one and let it swoop. This other side has a loop as well, and I just hook it on the other nail. So I will just keep adding these on, letting them kind of swoop and layer. I'll do 4 of these and then I'll share with you what I do with the last 2. All right, so I've got these 4 layered here, and I just tried to get them like stacked on top of each other so that it looks very full. So I want to create that kind of swoop on this side. For these last ones, I'm actually going to start by tucking it. Let's see, I want to just hang it over the edge first, get the swoop I want. So this end is not going to make it clear over to the other one. But I just kind of hide that loop thing behind the rest of the garland and fluff it. Sometimes I laugh at myself pretending like I know what I'm doing, but it's really just playing with it and seeing what you can come up with. So I'm not a pro here. This is my first year using faux cedar garland, but I'm really liking it. So I've got that 5th one up there, and then that's probably about as long as I want it. So this one, I'll make the swoop a little shorter and tuck this one over here. Okay, I feel like it's looking pretty good. I like these little stick things. I like to poke those up if I can. I feel like they look really realistic. I just fluff the greenery to hide the bigger stick part, even though that looks pretty realistic too, but there we go. And I'll show you the rest. So this is not pretty, so we need to hide what's going on here. So I just got some wire cutters and clipped off some of the cedar branches, and I just use those to tuck them in over on this corner to kind of hide all of this. And you want to make sure that these pieces are like going the same direction as the rest of the garland, or that would look funny. Okay, I had some twinkly lights here, so I thought it'd be fun to put on the garland to kind of light it up. So I'll share with you how I just weave that in. I hide the box back here, but yet easy enough to turn on. Then I do mostly want to hide the cord so that during the day you can't really see it. So I just weave it in and tuck it in and do the best I can. So I have some candelabras that I've collected in candlesticks. So for this one, this year, I really wanted to get like these burgundy candles, and these are battery operated, obviously, which is really nice. So I can just turn them on with a click of a button at night and not worry about the house burning down. So I will leave a link to these that I got. They had a lot of colors. So if you wanted to look at that, you could, but I just wanted the mantle to feel imperfect. Like, I don't know. I was channeling my Little Women vibes and just thought, if they couldn't go to the store, if they just had what they had in their house, maybe some treasures that they've collected, what would it look like if they just put stuff on the mantle and not worried about perfection? So that was kind of my thinking as I was doing this. So I gathered some things and just decorated. That is it, my friend. As you could see, I just added some pine cones, kind of that random yet seasonal item that feels just really homey. These pine cones I've actually been stocking for years. They're just pine cones that we gathered outside. Some of them I had painted the tips white, which is a really fun craft to do. You can like dip it in white paint, you can dip it in fake snow after that. There's really a lot of fun things you can do with the pine cones, but I just thought it was pretty charming up here and just added a little more warmth and depth. So this is what I have right now. We'll see if I add to it or if it just stays like this. Oh, I did get a lot of questions on my Instagram reel about the art that I had up here. It's not Christmas related at all, but I love this piece. It's just of two girls in a barn feeding the sheep. Of course, that's kind of symbolic as well for me as a Christian. However, I am gonna keep looking for some like more Christmas art to just switch out through the rest of the year and give us something to look at. But I will share this piece of art with you. I'll either link where I got it in the description, or I will also include it as a free download for my email newsletter subscribers. Every single week, I deliver a free vintage art download, so please make sure that you're subscribed for my weekly newsletter. I will leave a link for that sign-up page as well. Definitely get on that. That's where I share like all my new tidbits, the weekly vintage art, and all the good stuff that I am creating for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you some ideas of how you might be able to decorate your mantle or any shelving that you have this year. Hope you enjoyed it. I would love to hear what you thought, and I will be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.